Hi, my name is Ali, and I would like you all to close your eyes and imagine yourselves waking up around 30 years from now. Where do you see yourself? What opportunities do you think will be available? How do you think society will look like? Maybe it'll be like a science fiction novel, a world with futuristic cities, flying cars, and technology that will be much smarter than we are. Maybe we'll have started our quest to become a multiplanetary civilization. Or perhaps we'll all be living in a virtual world like the metaverse. It's hard to have a clear answer for such questions. But around the time when COVID first struck, 2 years ago, I started to really think about those questions and started to wonder if whether or not I would be prepared for the future we just imagined together. Now, I've always been intrigued about the future and the role of technology in that future. I can't wait to see robots roaming around the streets and taking care of our homes. But at the same time, the future is a little scary. COVID was just the tip of the iceberg. There are, and there will be more challenges, more pandemics in the near future. Because our world isn't perfect right now. Problems like social inequality, unemployment, climate change, and many more. And this reflection really got me thinking about the relevance of what I was studying at school. Is school preparing us for the future? Is it preparing us to live in a possibly unknown and fast-changing world? A world where people will have to adapt to new normals and face new problems. I'm sure we've all asked ourselves if whether or not the facts that we memorize the day before an exam will help us in real life. Unfortunately, only 46% of high schoolers think that their studies are relevant. We all know that the present school system focuses more on preparing students for exams than it does for real life. Of course, we are not mindless robots. We learn tons of things outside of school. We learn at home from our experiences and our relations with one another. But I believe that school can do more for us. After all, we do spend 5 days a week sitting in class, listening to lectures, and studying for hours long. And so that begs the question, how can we effectively prepare students for the world of tomorrow? What kind of skills will they need? In his book, 21 Lessons for the 21st Century, Yuval Noah Harari talks about the future of education. He says that schooling should no longer be about cramming information and providing students with a set of predetermined skills. More broadly, he says, schools should downplay technical skills and emphasize general-purpose life skills. Most important of all will be the ability to deal with change, to learn new things, and to preserve your mental balance in unfamiliar situations. Developing life skills such as self-control, creativity, and critical thinking will be much more important than coding and calculus. We need to provide our students with a way of thinking that will allow them to embrace the future on top of acquiring those skills. What we need to integrate in our system right now is the entrepreneurial mindset. In July of 2020, I participated in an online camp called Connect, where I discovered what was later to become a passion. At the camp, I had enrolled for an entrepreneurship workshop, and in that workshop, we were taught things like how to brainstorm ideas and do market research, all the way to developing a minimum viable product and pitching it in front of investors. During that 2-week-long program, I got a peek at how entrepreneurs think and create innovative products and services. And from that moment on, I fell in love with entrepreneurship. A thought struck me after the camp. Why not start a real business? And so I assembled a group of friends, and together we started brainstorming. And just like I was taught at the camp, I asked myself, what opportunities are there? What problem can I solve that will benefit those around me? And so, in August of that same year, we founded Axios, an online tutoring service which not only provided educational support, but also job opportunities to youth who were struggling during the pandemic. It became, and still is, a huge success. Through my research and my experiences, I have found out that entrepreneurship is not just a career, but rather a mindset. It's not just about creating incredible companies that generate billions of dollars of revenue each year, but also about looking at the world from a different perspective, the perspective of an ambitious and imaginative problem solver. What jobs will we have in 2050? What role will AI play in our world? Does humanity even have a future beyond our planet? In this uncertain and changing world, adaptability will be much more crucial than knowing how to factor a polynomial. Technology already has and will continue to transform the way we do things. I'm sure that the pandemic has made us all realize that our careers will not move along a straight path. In 1994, a young Wall Street executive found a way to use the power of the internet, the new cool thing at the time, and built an online bookstore, which eventually turned out to become the largest e-commerce platform we all know, Amazon. Change might make us anxious, but for entrepreneurs like Jeff Bezos, it opens a whole new world of opportunities to create value. Entrepreneurs find new problems that need innovative solutions. In 2004, Peter Thiel said to Mark Zuckerberg that in a world that's changing so quickly, the biggest risk you can take is not taking any risks. Taking risks and taking shots in the dark will be an essential part of our lives in dealing with an uncertain future. Entrepreneurs are born risk takers. They try out new things, fail, learn from their mistakes, and go at it again until they get it right. Unfortunately, our current school system does not promote risk-taking like it should be. Research has shown that grades cause stress and anxiety among students, encouraging them to take the easiest tasks and limit their intellectual risks. Yet, history has shown multiple times that the world rewards those who dare to take risks. Martin Luther King would have never united minorities to fight for their rights by staying in his comfort zone. People like Bill Gates, Marie Curie, and Thomas Edison would have never impacted the world if it wasn't for their courage, confidence, and comfort with risk. Who has watched movies like The Social Network or The Founder? These are movies that depict the lives of very successful entrepreneurs like Mark Zuckerberg or Ray Kroc. While these movies might present a picture of entrepreneurship with sleazy businessmen who only seem to care about profiting from others' sufferings, there's so much more to this picture. Entrepreneurship is not just about finding opportunities that generate personal profits, but also that make people's lives better. It's about being morally conscious about how we create value and what we are giving back to society. As an entrepreneur, I asked myself, will my idea make the world a better place? And I hope that is how entrepreneurship will be taught in schools. We have improved our manufacturing processes. We have changed the way we communicate with each other. But our education system, society's foundation for preparing youth for the future, has remained stagnant for a long time. Too long. Parents, teachers, you are the ones raising the children of today who will become the leaders of tomorrow. Make them see the world not full of problems, but full of potential opportunities. In classrooms, show them how their learning can be used in real life, and motivate them to explore their possibilities and take risks. Encourage them to think like an entrepreneur and become effective problem solvers. And don't forget, just like Malcolm X said, quote, "The future belongs to those who prepare for it today." Thank you.